All right, welcome back, everybody. No score between the Kings and the Oilers. This one of the 3 final games of the season. Patrick O'Neill here with you, and got a pretty good goaltending matchup going on here tonight. And before the game, Jim and Bob are talking about Jonathan Quick for the Vezina. Let's bring in Jim Fox right now and further Jonathan Quick's chances of being one of the finalists. Let's take a look, Jim, at who we think perhaps will be there of the final 3. We know about Lundqvist, Pecorine with Nashville. What would possibly prevent Jonathan Quick from being a finalist?
Well, I think he's going to be a finalist. There's some great competition right there. Of course, Rennie does it with Nashville, and they have a system that's known for defense first. Lundqvist is probably the front runner right now because the Rangers, top of the Eastern Conference. Of course, New York, the numbers are real good for Lundqvist. Elliott and Halak in St. Louis, I have a little bit of an issue with because they kind of trade off games, and one guy isn't considered the #1 guy, even though the numbers are phenomenal. It would be difficult for me to give the Vezina to a guy who might not have even separated himself on his own team as the #1 guy. How would he be the #1 guy in the National Hockey League? Lundqvist probably the biggest competition. With Jonathan Quick, I think the one thing that separates him, though, because he has that athletic ability to make that game-saving stop at the time you need it. There's a few nights where Jonathan Quick doesn't see a lot of shots against, but that makes every save that much bigger. Also with Jonathan Quick, it's the presence that he's brought to the team. It was interesting yesterday at practice, Anze Kopitar, I think he said it perfectly. He was asked, does Jonathan Quick see himself as an elite goaltender in the NHL? And Anze's response was, inside the Kings locker room, he is considered the elite goaltender, so that's all that matters. He's doing it for the Kings.
How about the Lady Byng and Anze Kopitar? I mean, is it something that you weigh points versus penalty minutes? I mean, he certainly qualifies for this award.
I think people overdo the penalty minutes. It's about the personality. It's about what you do as far as how you exude your personality onto the game and onto the ice. Kopitar, to me, he's a statesman. How does he deal with the officials? Always shows respect. How does he deal with the opposition? Always shows respect. How does he deal with all types of areas? The media always shows respect. The Lady Byng is about sportsmanship and gentlemanly conduct, combined with a high playing skill level. I don't think there's a better fit for anyone than Lady Byng than Anze Kopitar.
I would have to agree with you 100%. Jim Fox, thanks so much. We'll catch up with you and Bob right after this. Highlights of the first coming up.